In the heart of the bustling city of New York, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and dreams soared higher still, lived a man named Ethan Caldwell. Ethan was a man of means, well-versed in the nuances of finance, renowned for his uncanny ability to turn even the most modest investments into gold. His wealth was vast, his success undeniable. Yet, despite his immense fortune, Ethan often felt a subtle disquiet, an unease that seemed to linger in the quiet moments after each deal was closed. One evening, Ethan walked into the lavish banquet hall of the elitist Aurelia Club, where the city's wealthiest and most powerful gathered. The room was infused with the aroma of aged wine and the murmur of conversations filled with self-assuredness and ambition. As he made his way through the crowd, nodding to familiar faces, snippets of discussions about stocks, mergers, and acquisitions swirled around him. But none of it stirred him as it once had. Seated at his table was Albert Rhinehart, a respected historian with a reputation for examining the deeper currents of society. "Ethan, have you ever come across Warren Buffett's advice?" Albert asked, with a smile that hinted at some deeper truth. Ethan raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Which one?" Albert leaned in slightly. "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Ethan pondered for a moment before responding. "I've always believed that having the means to spend was the reward of wealth." Albert's eyes gleamed with quiet wisdom. "Buffett's point is that wealth isn't about what you can spend, but what you preserve. The discipline of saving first defines real prosperity. Too many chase more, only to realize they're never truly secure because their priorities are backward." The weight of Albert's words stayed with Ethan, stirring something within him. He had always been a man who spent lavishly, believing that wealth was meant to be enjoyed. But had he been approaching it all wrong? The next day, Ethan found himself at the Hudson Youth Center, a small, bustling haven for underprivileged youth. Here, he met Lena, a bright young girl with endless potential, yet held back by financial limitations. She had dreams of exploring the stars, but was forced to temper her aspirations with the harsh realities of her family's struggles. As Lena shared her story, Ethan began to see the value of Albert's wisdom. Lena's family didn't struggle because they lacked ambition or hope. They struggled because, like so many others, they had never had the opportunity to save first. Their every dollar was spent before it could be secured, leaving little room for dreams. In Lena's eyes, Ethan saw the importance of financial discipline, the principle of saving first, then spending wisely. It wasn't about amassing wealth for its own sake, but about creating stability, giving room for dreams to grow. Inspired by this realization, Ethan decided to shift his approach. He began to implement Buffett's philosophy not only in his personal life, but in his philanthropic efforts. He funded programs that taught financial literacy, focusing on helping individuals and families understand the importance of saving first, investing in themselves before succumbing to the temptation of spending. Ethan's wealth became a tool for education and empowerment, helping others prioritize saving over spending. His donations supported small businesses and scholarship programs, not as acts of charity, but as investments in futures that would otherwise be constrained by short-term financial pressures. As time passed, Ethan found himself less enamored with the glitz of his former lifestyle and more fulfilled by the lives he impacted. He no longer felt that lingering emptiness, but a sense of purpose that came from teaching others to find security and success through financial discipline. In a city defined by its pursuit of luxury and excess, Ethan Caldwell discovered the true power of wealth, not in what you can buy, but in what you can save and protect. His legacy wasn't just built on his vast fortune, but on the futures he secured for others, teaching them the wisdom of spending only after saving. Through this newfound clarity, Ethan solved his own crisis of spirit, proving that wealth is most valuable when used to create lasting opportunities, not just fleeting indulgences. In the end, his life was defined not by what he spent, but by the lives he enriched through the simple yet profound act of saving first.